So, welcome, Christopher. Thank you very much for being here. We're delighted to have you come and talk to us. And I'd just like you to start by introducing yourself, introducing your company, and starting the conversation that way by telling us about what it is you do.
Thanks. Yes, with pleasure. I'm Christopher. I'm 37. I basically live all my life here in Switzerland. Um, I started to do watchmaking at 15 at the Rolex facilities for the apprenticeship. And yeah, since this day, I already work in the industry. Uh, I make a few years with François Peljour, and after basically I go to a different kind of company to try to have a maximum of knowledge, experience, because since the beginning it was always my purpose to build a brand. It was always a dream, and so yeah, I started with at 19 after with François Peljour, doing some Octa, chronometre souverain, resonance. It was really a great time. Really enjoy working for him. Also jump a year at Laurent Ferrier, and after I worked for a subcontractor company called MHC. It was also at this time that I had the possibilities to work with so much brand because as you know, most of the company outsource the fabrication of the movements, and more the watch is complex, and most of the time also it's the case because for really small series or really complicated pieces, you prefer to really find a subcontractor that is specialized, for example, in minute repeater or tourbillon, and that was the case when I was working for MHC. So during that period, I was working for so many brands. Can be from Jacomenko, Graf, GR Perego, with so many companies different, and it was also at this time I try also to think how I can start my own brand, and so yeah, this process take me a really long time to finally arrive here with Pragma and all the value that basically I want to put into my watch. That was the goal.
So, you were at the bench then for 20 years.
Yeah, I was at the bench. After I was also a manager of quality. I was also in the committee of creation. I also, let's say, the from 20 to 24, also was a director for a small Norwegian watch company. So I really was always on the side of the production, but I a lot of different positions, from production to quality to logistic to manufacture pieces, product manager. Yeah, I did a lot of different positions.
So, when it came to thinking about making your own watch, what was it that was most important to you to focus on?
So it was interesting because I think I take a lot of inspiration of all the work I have done. For example, studying at Rolex, for me, the methodology, the process, the precision. That's for me was what I remember the best at this time. Working for François Peljour, I will say the consistency on the design and the mix with the high watchmaking, and yeah, really the design that François Paul create in this piece. Same, I think, with Laurent Ferrier. It was also a bit more on my side, the craftsmanship, because we also did a lot of pieces by hand. So that was some element I also try to get inspired for Pragma. And so yeah, so basically I always picked, I think, what is the best in some idea of work to build the Pragma project. yeah, to give all this meaning that we want to put into the watch with my associate Kai.
So you've designed the whole watch. Um,
So why I know to be fair, Kai, my associate is industrial designer, so that's really more his part. But for him, it was also a first full design of a watch. So it's really let's say a two brain, four hands to made it, because we go in some direction and we see how that's not possible. So the process was really long to create really the unique design that we want, to have this visual identity into the product. So yeah, we really work together.
and talk to us a bit about the movement then. So why make a new movement? What's the reason? You know, there's no shortage of great movements, even if you adapt them. Um,
Yeah, I think it was the way I want to build Pragma. Usually, I will say that watchmaker take a watch that already existing, strip it out, keep the wheels, the stones, and basically redo a bridge, and try to work around building something. I want to have more uh, uh, a way, like a serious industrial way, building something from a full movement, of course, with color. We it's as you know, we have full transparency, so we do the movement with them. But really want to have something that everything is perfect. I want to pass the COSC, or the chronometer certification. Sorry, not the COSC, but only it's only the ISO norm. So we really want to do that. So I really want to go this way, to really have also this type of product that is consistent, control, everything is perfect. Yeah, I work a lot of watches, let's say more in the artisanal way, and uh, yeah, sometimes I want to say, uh, if some watch has to pass like the all the tests that the car industry have to pass through to go on the commerce or to be sold, a lot of watch will never go out of the company, because everything has to be perfect, everything has to check out, and I don't want to have something that it's let's say too much artisanal, because it's come also with a lot of problem usually. So I want to have this consistency on the product.
so which areas did you want to focus on most? So using your expertise of all those different companies you work for and different movements you've seen, when it came to this movement, which, you know, it's not a complicated movement, but it is a new one. So which areas did you believe you had to focus on most to get that reliability and quality?
I think it was we put on the table the stuff we want. We really want to do something with automatic movement, because I think it's a great challenge to start a brand with automatic movement, simple hour, minute, second, and date. Usually nobody go this way. I think because for me it was let's say a statement piece, one that piece is a daily watch for our customer. Give you this comfort of the automatic. You have the basis information that you also try to have in your watch. So I really want to start with that piece and to build the collection behind. And usually for the watchmaker imaginary reference was more to focus on doing a tourbillon, something more complex. But yeah, I'll try also always to not choose the same path than the rest of my fellow watchmaker friends or watchmaker, let's say. And so that was the first caliber they want to do. After, it was all about the material that we use, because we want to try a solution to make a movement using this innovative material of the sustainability. So how we can use, how we can find first the product, the metal, how we can build it, how we can achieve the quality and the finishing we want on this material. So it was a lot of work. And after, when you have all these constraints, like how can we have the design that we want, following also, let's say, I like when you have this aesthetic following the front and the back, having something that is consistency. So we work, yeah, let's say this way we build the company during the process. We see that we could do the watch using the sustainable titanium, and from the beginning I say that we really want to be the most traceable and transparent, not saying, oh, we do everything in house, and I really want to do something that is honest for the client, and let's say making a bit an open book so people can see with who we're working, what we're doing. Yeah, we have nothing to hide, so it's a real pleasure to share with the community, and yeah, to I like this approach. I think it's sincere, and I think it's what Kai and I want to have in our product.
Yeah, so I'll share your site now, so that people can see how different it is from when we usually look at a watch for sale, watch specification page, because some of it's similar, obviously. Hopefully that's sharing. Yeah. So the top part here is what we're used to seeing. We have case, water resistance, movement, but this part here, which you've labeled annex information, is quite different. So why don't you talk us through what we're looking at here?
So yeah, we take all the components, we share with who we are working, what kind of material we use, also the percentage of recycled material, if we can achieve it or not. For example, here for this first series, the hands and the dial, we didn't find at the moment acceptable, because the goal is already the same. If we can achieve the quality, the highest quality using sustainable material, we go for it. If we are not sure to achieve the quality, or we have doubt, we still, for the moment, let's say, use conventional material. So, for example, here for the dial, we didn't achieve the quality we want, and we hope in the future we can also push there. It's a lot of work to do, and we will find a solution to try to be the most innovative also here.
Look, can you give us a bit more detail about that? Because obviously we don't really know anything about how dials are made. We assume you just get a piece of metal and put a bit of paint on it, but it's obviously much more complicated than that. So
Yeah,
what is the
yeah, because,
difficulty?
but for example, if you want to use a specific material, does the material will accept, for example, the polishing? So we try to use to do some tests. Oh, I don't know if you have here anymore. I had this block of metal, so we use this innovative material also from recycle, but the polishing was not good.
Right.
Uh, and for example, when we do the sandblast, it was not reacting homogeneously everywhere. So, you really want to have something that's perfect. So we will not manage to do that with this material. We tried something else, not matching. So okay, we say for the moment, we focus on the part we master, the titanium, when we work with Chronod. They said that it's so close than classic titanium, so we know how it works, how we can do the finishing on top, the polish. We know that the quality will be there, so we go for it. Same for the case, the solar stainless steel. We knew that we can have the satin or the polish exactly how we want. So we know we master that. So let's go. So a bit this way. For example, for the hands, the company say, if you want to use this kind of material, we don't give you the guarantee that the polish will be perfect, if the hands will be flat, or you have all these constraints that come into the project. So we try on our own to do some R&D, and when we see that it's satisfying, we go ahead. It's a lot of tests and looking around. Yeah.
Okay, so the goal for these components, sort of here, is you'll work with a supplier to bring the same quality but more recycled material.
Yeah, that's the goal for the future. For example, dial. I think we will try to do something on one of the next pieces too. So yeah, we testing stuff, and after we also want to be creative. And for example, for the gold piece today, we can have something that is 100%. So we also need to accept it. If you can find 100% sustainable gold, you always have some mixing with old and new gold. So yeah, we will not say, oh, we don't do a gold piece because we can have 100% guarantee. We at reverse, we say it honestly. We present everything is present, and people can make the choice. We don't want to make something basically to be like how you say that in English. We're not here to judge. We try to do the best in transparency, and hopefully people can understand what we try to do. We're not here to judge. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the best we can do.
Okay. Um, well, does anyone have any questions at this stage? Otherwise, I can keep asking mine.
Phil here. How's it going, Hamish?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Um, so I apologize. I've seen your website, but this was my first introduction to the brand. So thank you, Hamish, for setting that up. I see your watches are on pre-order. What is the timing, and when are you hoping to be in general production, or what is the lead time? I guess on
So
products if
now,
someone were to pre-order now.
yeah. So the thanks for the question. We just delivered the first pieces beginning of this month, and so our first series was 25 piece, and we I think we will finish this first series end of summer. So it's going good for us. And you're right. Actually, I need to I need to update the website and not put pre-orders but orders. So I will put that on my list because basically now it's order not pre-order. So thank you.
And are you assembling them?
Yes, well, I assembled them. Some of the pieces now are currently doing the Economed certification, but I'm waiting for them because it's 20 days of testing. So I have all the component here ready. The first six piece that I built for we built for the time to watch. We start to deliver them to the client. So yeah, it was really a really long process from the first idea. It's almost let's say first idea and motivation was 5 years ago. So now having something that I can deliver to my first client, it's really a good feeling. Yeah, we work hard for that, so it's great.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. So, how long does it assembly take?
For the movement like this, it's not that long. It's um, pre-montage, first montage, but only for one movement, it can be 1 week for doing everything. But if you when we start the production of the case or with the subcontractor, if you take everything into the account, it's basically I think 40 months. But yeah, this kind of watch when we talk about a date. Hour, minute, second, and date. It's really for after sales service. You can unassemble it and assemble it in 1 day.
Yeah.
So of course the first build is longer because you have to set all the stone, all the component that once you put it once, you usually never take it out. Otherwise, when it's something is broken, so that's take more time.
Yeah. 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 And you said this first batch is 25.
Sorry.
The first batch you're making this summer is 25.
Yeah, it was first series 25 watches of the different let's say split between the different dials we have, and we already go for production for the next 25 also on the movement side. So yeah, we go on. We're thinking about also some variation of the case, because we have this case is quite complex, as you might see also on our website, with this we call it intermediary bezel. That's basically on top of the main case and also under, that allowed us to have this kind of different finishing and detail on the case. We're also working with a new material on that. I think we will present that in the next 6 months. So yeah.
So hang on, I don't know if I share again, maybe I can stop the scroll. Okay, so you were just saying you've got to change the bezel here, is it?
So yeah, it's the piece that it's just under the bezel, so you can see it's on the lugs. You can see a bit of the part. Yeah, this one. So
Yeah.
basically, this piece make all the tour of the bezel. So this piece it can be we can change our material or finishing to try to a bit let's say have the design a bit more strong,
Yeah.
bring also more detail, because we try to make something that is really pure on the first series. Try to always use the same material, the same color, to have something that it's really subtle, because it's what we want to push forward. Now I think we are able to play, because we can also play with the counters, with the colors. So try to make a special piece also to improve and to improve the collection.
So you mentioned it earlier that your co-founder was sort of coming from this industrial design background. So talk us through the overall design influences and these subdials with the rotating cutout. Where did those come from?
Yeah, it's a nice process, because I work with a lot of different designers during my career, and it's funny because all of the when you build a watch, you have usually the same methodology. You have to follow let's say a checklist and steps, but when it's come to design, the beginning, I think what we really work basically with a lot of architecture inspiration. So we really get there to get the inspiration of a famous architect, Swiss, and we select some detail and some detail that we really love, and we try to interpret it also into the watch. So it was a long process for example, when we create also the dial. We say that we try to, in our own way, try to give this indicator of the date and the second. We try to have something that is really integrated into the dial, to not have I like hands, but we want to have the secondary information hidden in the dial. So that's why we choose to replace it with disc instead of small hands. And yeah, at the beginning we didn't have that. We have hands, and we in the process says something's missing, something is false, and we redo the dial, we restart, and we come with this great idea to using disk. And after, of course, when you do that, you have a lot of issue that's coming. So you have to get a step back. So I will say, for all the people that think to do a watch brand, nothing go as planned, and really never. You always have to restart. I will say, if everything is perfect from the beginning, it's not possible. Something will happen at what moment. So yeah, but you have to keep pushing, find solution, and yeah, after when we finish the 3D the piece, and we do some 3D prints to help us, and say, oh, okay, that's the one. So that's the version we keep, and I think we have like 30 version before that we push it. So yeah, it was but well, I always said the most fun doing watches is this creative part. The rest, of course, is really enjoyable also, but that's where the magic. You don't need to have to have the alarm clock on the morning. You go out of the bed, you know that it's a creative day, and you will enjoy drawing or get inspired or find solutions. So that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anyone have any questions at this point? Just want to give people a chance to ask them. They do. No, perhaps not. So, what's the other than producing further versions of this watch and continuing to work on the components, what's the broader goal for Pragma?
I think what we really want is to create a full collection. Like I just said, we are creative, so we'll not stop with this piece. So always thinking of another piece. Also try to get a bit more deep also in the movement. Also coming up with different kind of movement in the future. I also want perhaps one day to bring with the watch that it's completely something else of the one we have today. So yeah, it takes time, but we work on few ideas. But the idea is really to have a full collection with different kind of complication also in the future. I think with my background of high watchmaking, complication, I'm not. I don't want to perhaps go to. I like the complication that I feel have a meaning or a use. So I want to focus on this kind of complication. For example, I think perpetual calendar. It's something that is so poetic. It's so also a complication that you can use on a daily basis. Let's say that other complications sometimes is more to you have it. For example, a chronograph. I like the sporty effect of the chronograph, but honestly, I never use the chronograph itself. So I want to have this approach that what we do, something has to have a meaning and have a function, and not doing stuff just to check the list and say, oh, we have done that or that. Yeah, it's yeah. I like to live with the object. I like to use it. I like to create patina on it. You create your own story with your watch, and I think it makes more sense once you have the function that's follow the object.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead,
One
Phil.
question.
So, a little bit more, I guess, on the business of watchmaking. How did you determine, or how are you determining how to go about with your distribution? And are you focused on specific countries or a pre-existing client list to kind of jumpstart the thing? Or if you don't mind, can you talk a little bit more about the decisions and challenges you faced there?
Yeah, pleasure. It's true that I always say to the team, the most easy is to create a watch. I will say with passion and time, a bit of money, everybody can do it. After it's something else when you need to do the business and sell it. We didn't have any client base when we start, so working on building a network now for 2 years. Contacting people, explaining what we do. We have this honest approach on that, and people understand it. And yeah, we this year we already find some retailer. So something that I didn't expect, because I always think with my experience that a retailer try to observe you a bit, see what you are doing, if you are here for the time, for the luxury, before trying to sell the watch through their own network. But we already had some good possibilities and some retail that we activate. And yeah, it's a mix between private collectors and retailer.
Well, that's great.
And on another aspect, to helping us basically launch the production. So we also have this piece that is here in the collection called the P1 Dolomite dial. It's a gold watch with a beige dial. Basically, that when you inquire when you buy the watch, basically you have 1% of equity into the company. So for us, it was also a way to say hello to the world, saying that we're looking for investments. We didn't want to start this project using Kickstarter or this kind of tools that are really cool, but at the price point we are, and focus on the quality and the high watchmaking, I really feel that it was not working with the identity we try to do. So we also need to have this side work outside, thinking outside the box to find solution to really launch the company.
So that was that 10 watches?
Yeah, it's 12. So basically, if you go into the collection, small on no, the collection is in the middle. Yeah, this one. So it's a series of 12 piece, and it's yeah, the first gold piece on top. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So 12 piece, and so yeah, we still have five of them available. So it was cool to integrate it with the collectors and people that was interesting to a bit, let's say, go to go the other side of the industry or the watchmaking business, not on be a buyer but also be part of the family. So yeah.
And what is the pricing on that?
It depends on the price of the gold, so it's really moving a bit. Today it's 75,000 Swiss francs. Of course, with the 1% equity, so the price is related also to that.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's a clever idea, and hopefully, it brings you some people who'll be very helpful in the journey of the company.
Yeah. Well, we try to select the people, but everybody has also a nice expertise or some feedback that is also valuable. So that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And how's the reaction been broadly to your approach to transparency and to actually name all the component suppliers, which is, extremely rare?
Yeah, but sometimes you want to be a small mouse and listen what all the company said, but basically the public really love it. I have to say that the young generation are definitely into it. That's really fun to hear about. I would say that perhaps the collector a bit more older was not interested sometimes on this aspect, or also on the sustainability approach. They like the design, they like the rest, but they were not sensitive like that. So it's like color. Everybody has his own small stuff that you attach, but young generation really love that, and to know where it's coming from, why, what kind of material. I think they love it, and so I think it was also our goal to be focused on a more future public, and yeah.
Well, it really highlights it's all Swiss made, right, as well.
Yeah, but it was all really the first stuff that I want to do. I want to do something really 100% Swiss made. Like I always said, I have absolutely nothing with other country or all other great company that do watches. Can be in any country. It's not the point. But I'm Swiss. I work here. I enjoy so much taking my car or the train to go to see my subcontractor or the dial manufacturer, to enjoy discussing with them, understand the issue, how we can improve. I don't want to take a plane to go in an industrial take a 12-hour plane to go some place to order something. We have really like the approach, the human approach, and so that was the first. The I think we have a Pragma is really a brand that's focused on the future with the value that we put into it. But we can do this watchmaking without looking to the past, and the tradition and the know-how that we have here in Switzerland it's exceptional. It's part of our history. It's part of the history of Europe with all the population that move around. And I want to celebrate that in a way, and I'm proud of it. Of course, sometimes it's more expensive. We ask, we will do this dome glass, sapphire glass. We wanted to put something a bit more crazy, and people say, yeah, but don't do it in Switzerland. It will cost you a fortune. And we say no, we don't want, or we try also to work on a metal strap. Sadly, for the moment, we wasn't able to produce it because nobody want to produce 25 metal strap. And if they do, it will cost us a fortune, but really a fortune, like 20K a metal strap, just one or 12 or 20. So it's definitely not possible. When we launch, everybody say, but let's go to China. And I say, that's not what we want to do. So for the moment, we don't do it. And when we are able to order a bit more quantity and still achieve the quality we want, we will do. So we take the time to make it right, and everything will come when we are ready on that.
Yeah, because I noticed you found both jewels and spring bars, which I know people have complained about in the past. Quite hard to find in Switzerland.
Yeah, you can find it. I even visit the jewel factory, the process. We have company that do the sapphire too, actually, in Switzerland. Of course, we some material we don't have. We don't have gold mine, of course, but the gold is still refined here. For example. We do not propose today leather for the watch, but also doing the process speak with some company, and we have no tannery process in Switzerland. Everything is in Italy, of course, because they have huge tradition on that. Same for the France also a lot. So we use this Cordura. We buy the material. It's made in Belgium, but we still do all the strap by hand here in Geneva. So yeah. Of course, you have the limitation, but the steel, for example, the steel is not from here, but it's still sourced in all the company and melt in La Chaux-de-Fonds and rebuilt also 20 minutes far away from La Chaux-de-Fonds. So it's really a circular economy, and that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions at this time? Okay.
I guess I'll have one more, Hamish. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Loading up the questions here. By chance, will you be at Dubai Watch Week, or I won't be there, but the next Swiss watch show, I guess, for the people
Geneva
watching
Watch
this
Days.
recording? Yeah,
Yes,
Geneva
we
Watch
will
Days.
be at Geneva Watch Days. We will also be at Dubai Watch Week. I don't know yet off or on, still working on option, but we will be there. I never went to the Dubai Watch Week, so I'm quite excited to meet all the fellow collector and passionate as well. I think it will be a great week. So yes, we will be there.
Great. Yeah, so will I. So will the
and I'm also basically in 2 days in London at London Watch Week. So I have to say that I have my luggage there on the construction and some material there that I still have to finish tonight for the travel on London on Wednesday. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Thursday, and then the Watch Collectors Club will be both at Geneva Watch Days and at Dubai Watch Week. So
okay, great.
We'll be rushing around, but hopefully we'll get a chance to meet up again.
It was a pleasure.
So yeah, I think if no one has any further questions, we can finish up there. No,
Thank you
okay,
very much once
great.
again for your interest and all the question. I'm always so happy to share the journey and the product, the passion, and to see all the passionate people around the world. It's really great. We're happy to have access to internet today and to share that together. So it's great.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and it's great to hear this
Merci.
story, and we look forward to seeing how you get on and start to see these watches out in the world.
With pleasure. Let's keep in touch and
Great.
enjoy your evening, guys.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank
Merci
you.
beaucoup. Bye bye.